Hey there. Today we'll be playing around with ChatGPT, and more especially we'll write a C# web server logs parser for logs coming from a PHP-based website. I already downloaded the logs from the cPanel of the site. Let me show you what we have. Alright, here it is. So these are all the requests log for January up to today. And what I want to ask ChatGPT is to implement a parser that, first of all, it should parse the logs with all the data contained inside, IP address, the URL, the date, the response length, so on. Here I have created a small plan of the project. I won't be coding anything by myself. Everything will be implemented by ChatGPT, and I'll be just requesting what we want to achieve. So here's the plan. We'll create the parser for the logs. We'll also integrate that into a standard C# console app. Next step will be to implement a class for reporting, just a small service to output HTML and PDF reports. And the last step will be to add the ability to email that PDF report. So again, we'll be creating a helper class and we'll create email, attach the PDF, send it to us. So let's get started. First thing will be to pass the logs to ChatGPT so it could write a parser. I have few ideas. First thing is, of course, to use regular expression. That's easiest, but not the best performant one. So let's start chatting with it. Right, so now ChatGPT will analyze the example I gave. I copied the first 20, 25 rows of the log. We don't want to hit the limit because ChatGPT is limited. Uh, so if I give the full log, it will definitely crash. Right. Move the logic into a separate class. So here in my plan, I added three possible options. Of course, there are more, but these are the most used ones, like regular expressions or creating our own text parser for that specific format of the log. And the third one is just an idea to use the scan function from C++. We have two options to invoke it or create our own C# interpretation of it. I think it's not a bad idea to ask ChatGPT to uh, write it down in C#. We'll see if that works. Alright, let's get this class and create a new console project in which we can test our code. See does it actually works. Framework 4.8, that's fine for our test. Okay, I really don't like this solution, but we'll ask ChatGPT to enhance it. Right. And that's the code we should paste in our main function. We could try it. It's really raw, but let's try it. There is a high possibility to crash. Have the log. Let's run it and see. Yep, it crashed. So not let's follow the same format. We have difference here. I'll ask ChatGPT to swap this with regular expression. Please use X to window. Right and see. Oh, we have results. They are over 5K. Let me see what's the end of our log. 5,367. Exactly the same count. This means that our parser works really well. Okay, up to now I was trying to make it work with the scanf function. ChatGPT actually wrote for me an implementation, but it's really tricky to make it work here. So I'll save you some time and we'll skip this. So string format is under question mark has right. I don't want to get this so complicated. That's why I'm skipping it. Because I can figure it out by myself, but it's taking a lot of time to do that with ChatGPT, and we already have working solution. So let's move on. Next thing will be now to implement reporting class. Uh, let's give that to ChatGPT. So let's see that. Interesting what we'll figure out. Right, the response break is too long. Continue it. Let's first create the class. Alright. I also didn't actually create a method that will create a full file. I didn't ask for a file. Not bad, but we already read. We already read and parse the entries. Name. Alright, that's fine. Let's swap this. Take a look. Will no, GPT didn't wrote implementation. Really quick. Okay, cool. Let's try this out blindly. Looks like it worked without crashing. Let's see what we have output. Right. This looks pretty decent. I don't like the way it outputs the IP addresses. But still, this is fine. I mean, it could split them, separate tables with subheadings. Let me ask ChatGPT to do that. Let's take it now. Okay, not perfect, but really well. Alright, I want to move to the next point and generate PDF report. So my idea is to try with PDF Sharp. But I didn't specify that I want to use PDF Sharp. Also the license of it. It's MIT. Alright, it started really well. Not sure about those sizings here. We'll see. We can't know before we see the actual report. Let's start by creating the class. The response was truncated, but we'll ask ChatGPT to continue, like always. This is static. Let me install PDF Sharp. Okay, can you please? Oh, maybe you didn't give me the code of those methods. Therefore, oh, how will that work actually? But let's give it a try. Drawing a string. How the think it will work? I don't think so. This will work. Right, GPT, but you again don't give me the full code. Alright, ChatGPT giving us different solution. Let me see. Yeah, so it created some function for generating a table. That doesn't really look like a table, but we'll see. Let me see what's the new version of the generate reports method. Right, generated lots of code. It will be way better and way easier to use a third-party library that converts HTML to PDF. So it's way better to just convert the HTML report. Will be quicker, but for now, I want to put some pressure on ChatGPT. It's interesting what we'll get as a result. I don't spend so much time into deeply looking inside of it. So PDF Report generator, generate report. Okay, do the entries again. Text bar, text right now. And it actually crashed in the beginning. Baseline, the height of the layout rectangle must be 0. Right, I'll ask ChatGPT to fix it by himself. But that looks a bit different from what we have. And looks much more like a table. I want to directly try it. Well, again, ask ChatGPT to fix it. Alright, looks like ChatGPT is kinda confused, so I'll try to trick it. Also, it refused to use my code. It tries to generate different versions. So I'll provide him to separate chat the code to generate explanation of what the code does, but I need a fix for this thing. Here the goal is to not fix it by myself. See this line and get the error message. Let's try it out. Right. Try this out. Alright. Curious to see what's our result. It's missing the headings and it's not handling the length of the text. They're way too longer. There are ways to calculate how high will be the text if it's wrapped into multiple lines. Well, it doesn't matter. I would leave it like it is because I want to finish the third part by mailing the PDF. Usually I would use the logic we already have here, but I don't want to lose more time with it. I can also ask ChatGPT to modify and fix this, and it will probably do. It already became so complicated, so let's just move on. Let's now ask ChatGPT to create the class that will generate emails and send them out with the PDF attached, like in our last third point. Click on the class. That's way too simple implementation, but could be easily extended. Here it will be using the default port. We lack the authentication. Oh no, it's here actually. Alright, this should work. It won't work so easily with Gmail because you need to enable less secure apps in your account in order to be able to connect with the SMTP server with third-party app. I won't be doing that now, but that's actually correct, and it will attach the PDF file. Instead of that, I'll use my own domain mail here, just to try it out and see that we'll receive the report. So let's do it. For now, I'll update the SMTP server, my email and password, and we'll run it. Right. Looks like the email was sent. Take a look. Yeah, here it is. Right, very good. So we're ready with our steps, and our app is actually finished. Well, this must be optimized if it will be used in real life situations. But as you see, I wrote it, not me, ChatGPT, wrote it with very little interaction from my side over the code. Also, I was trying to correct any errors because it's obvious that on some parts the code isn't really well optimized or formed, but that's fine. That's fixable. Um, And it's really amazing that AI is capable of writing this thing, and we were able to assemble an application using that code. It's really interesting to now be playing with it, and I don't know, give me ideas if we can create more such videos about ChatGPT. I'm planning to create a video about web scraping using ChatGPT. So this probably will be the next one. We'll see. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas or questions, and I'll post the code on a public GitHub repo so you can take a look. Use parts of it if you want. Thank you for watching and see you next time.